From the EFF walkout to claims of state capture and the Gupta's questions about state-owned entities receiving bailouts to Zapiro's cartoons. Well, it seems as though South Africans were expecting the worst at the midterm budget today. Now, joining us via Skype is the Managing Director of Roy Africa, Tonya Khoury. Thank you very much for joining us, Tonya. And I guess what you do as your organisation is give us insights about issues on social media. So give us some insight on today's happenings. What sort of reaction did the budget on social media have today?
Peter, surprises me the difference and what news reports, and today was no different at all. I thought today the midterm budget was well anticipated by the social media users, and then when it came out, they were expecting the worst, and then when it came out, they certainly received the worst, and social media certainly echoed that. What did come through, though, there were a couple of things that caught my attention. Number one was that how eloquently Malusi Gigaba spoke, and that came across on social media, and also how well he was dressed. Many saying his suit alone could fix the budget. So there was some fun on social media about his appearance. And also that he memorized his entire budget speech, or so the social media thought anyway. It came across really well. And there were accolades for that. The normal bit came out. People really angry that the nuclear deal was glossed over, and South Africans not happy about that, generating a good 12.4% of our news media and 8.3% of our social media reporting this week, and that's against other big stories. So to put it into perspective, the midterm budget comes in as large news media as the crime statistics that came out earlier this week. And then, of course, in social media, it certainly compares to the state capture report, something that's on social media's lips for sure. But certainly not the biggest story in social media. The Guptas come in at 18.3%, so still the firm focus on the Gupta family.
So if the finance minister was your client and you had to advise him on the reaction, what sort of things would you be telling him?
Oh, don't give that kind of budget speech. I think he's not very well liked in the social media, and I think I'm being kind. You know, I think the deflection of social media can easily be a situation like the budget speech. I mean, so very quickly started reacting to the fact that President Jacob Zuma was asleep during half of the budget speech and only woke up when his name was mentioned, you know. So there's a lot to detract from Malusi's bad message. My advice would be deflect.
All right. So, you know, a lot of people actually just react. Did you get a sense that they were actually listening to what he was saying from some of the social media chatter?
You know, Peter, it always amazes me how Twitter is always listening. It's always listening. So, I mean, there were parts in the speech where I must admit I glazed over, my eyes glazed over. But social media was wide awake. Everything he mentioned, every time there was some sort of state enterprise mentioned in his speech, there was a backlash from Twitter, particularly fees must fall. The fact that fees got such a small mention during the budget speech came across strongly in Twitter. People were waiting for some sort of reaction about university, and they were left out. And then, of course, the EFF leader always makes big social media competition, and they did not today.
All right, so what do you think people will be talking about tomorrow? So today was about reaction, immediate sort of commentary. By this time tomorrow, they'll have had time to think about things. And what do you think the direction of the chatter will be?
I'm not sure if they have time to think about things or if something else has caught their attention. I'm always surprised at how social media certainly has a touch of ADD. We have a very short attention span.
All right.
And wouldn't surprise tomorrow this completely disappears off the
All right, okay. Tonya, we're going to have to leave it there. We're not having great joy with the connection there, but that was Tonya Roy, who's the director of Roy Africa, Tonya Khoury rather, director of Roy Africa, speaking to us about some of your reactions. And you can carry on chatting to us at SABC News Online. We'd like to get your thoughts and your reactions on some of the things that you've heard today from the Finance Minister. Do you feel reassured? Do you feel better as a result of what he says, or were you no better off than you were yesterday?